listening to Erik Waddell Pause. We pause for a second or two. This is episode 31, specific skill fog. When we go to sleep, every time we go to sleep, we have to first go through this kind of foggy state of mind. So when we are awake, we feel clear, and we feel like we are in control. And then as we are falling asleep, we can sense that we are drifting into this foggy state of mind, and shortly thereafter we fall asleep. The same sort of journey applies when we wake up, only this time it's in reverse. So we are sleeping and dreaming, perhaps, and then as we wake up we feel foggy, and sometimes quickly, in a matter of seconds, and sometimes very slowly, can take hours and hours. Slowly or quickly we wake up fully and feel clear. In both of these cases, when we fall asleep and when we wake up, we pass through this fog, this feeling of fog. One of the three specific skills that I have created for our sleep situation is fog. And this specific skill is about building a relationship to our sense of fog. So, we have now stated that fog is something we go through every time we fall asleep and every time we wake up. But there are other cases of foggy states of mind that we experience throughout our day. Every time we are hungry, every time we have gone a longer time before eating, we will start feeling foggy. We will be more confused, more irritable, not as optimistic, maybe stressed and rushed. And our sense of control goes down a little. In the afternoon, our biology, our bodies are built so that we have this natural low point in energy. So just around 5 in the afternoon, when we get off work, most of us, we will start feeling foggy, tired. As well, after we have eaten, all the blood in our body rushes to our stomach to deal with the food, and then we will feel foggy as well. If we smoke cigarettes, we will feel foggy, relaxed. If we use any other forms of tobacco, this will be the case as well as other means of relaxation, such as alcohol or medication. So fog is something all of us has this sort of relationship with. Since we all need to sleep, we must have a relationship with fog. And some of the examples I just stated are also non-optional. So, fog is a part of our lives. And fog is connected with our sense of rest and our relationship to sleep. Oftentimes, when we speak about sleep, we do not include this foggy state of mind in our discussion. But just like if you want to enter a house, you have to go through a door. It's the same with sleep and fog. Just as you want to enter sleep, you need to enter through fog. So, your relationship to fog and how you choose to allocate fog throughout your wakened day, it will affect how you feel about rest and sleep. If you look at the star pattern, the framework I have put together, if you look at the branch called sleep, for our sleep situation, you will see that the goal for our sleep situation is predictability. There is this Polaroid in the model called predictability. And basically, the goal of both sleep and rest is for our psyche or body, whichever you like best. The goal is for them to have some predictability so that we may catch our breath and heal and recuperate. So the goal for us as we get to know fog, as we develop a relationship with our sense of fogginess, the goal is to look for predictability. And this is why, for example, that smoking and tobacco is so popular, because we can, in a predictable way, control our sense of fog. And with it we get this sort of sense of control over life. And this is a very nice feeling. So when I say develop a relationship with our sense of fog, what do I mean? Well, it is basically to just put to our mind when we feel foggy. We might do some sort of some sort of mapping, some sort of outline, some sort of analysis of how often do we enter foggy states, at which moments do we feel foggy, how do we enter this foggy state, do we do it by our own control, or does it happen unto us unwillingly? How fast do we enter this foggy state? Is it in a matter of seconds or minutes, maybe hours? And how fast do we escape the foggy feeling and feel clear? How does that dynamics go? How does it feel? And we can even contemplate how we feel when we feel clear. For how long do we feel clear? And what do we do when we feel clear? The point of all of this, the point of mapping our fogginess, or developing a relationship to our fog, is not to put our finger on ourselves. That is not the point. The point is to pay attention to the natural rhythms of our days. It is sort of like listening to music, or reading a book, or watching a movie. If you say that you're listening to a song, for example, there are these different parts of the song. There is the intro, and then there is a verse, and then there's this refrain, and maybe back to a second verse, and then maybe a second refrain, and then maybe some sort of stick, some sort of extra bit, and then a third refrain, and maybe we double that refrain, and then we have this short outro, and then the song is over. So, just as the sort of a pop song format that I just described, in the same way we can sort of get a sense of how we go in and out of fog, how we go from fogginess to clarity, back to fogginess, and back to clarity. And just the sheer getting to know ourselves, getting to know how we feel about fog and how we feel about clarity. Just the getting to know part gives us a sense of predictability, that we know ourselves. And with this sense of predictability, it will feel different going to sleep. And falling asleep will not feel as tense or as charged, because the fogginess we go through to enter sleep is the same fogginess we know from our day. It's nothing different. Sleep and our sleep situation can often feel like it's hopeless, or feel like the more we try, the harder it gets. And fog is something worthwhile spending time with. It helps us recognize who we are, how we feel about things. And whenever we feel more predictable in our own eyes, then our sleep situation will also feel differently. So the goal is not to achieve sleep. That's not the goal. And the goal is not to get 8 hours of sleep. The goal is to, via these specific skills, get a sense of predictability. And with a sense of predictability in our lives, the hours of sleep that we might get or not get will not feel as crucial. So, with a greater sense of predictability in our lives, if I get 4 hours of sleep, 8 hours, 2 hours, it matters less once I have predictability. So I don't have to feel as bad about the hours I get or do not get. That's it for today. Thank you.